welcome everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. Today, a Big Ten clash, and you know when you square off against a conference opponent, the blood boils a little hotter. As we'll see, the Maryland Terrapins taking on the Minnesota Golden Gophers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Golden Gophers will kick it off to get us underway. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. The Terrapins racing to the line in a hurry-up. Looking to throw, it's Edwards. He's going to take off. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
And the Terrapins with the 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He'll get rid of it. He's open on the right. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. The inside handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. Smashes it between the uprights. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First down here for the offense. Taylor has it. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. From the gun, they'll try the middle. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The run from the shotgun. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
He'll do it himself. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he's bounced out of bounds, but not before a very productive pickup.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football. So the quarterback says, you know what? I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Really good job by the defense seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It can happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand. Safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Looking to pass. It's Brosmer. Firing to the right, complete. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
So it's 3rd and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a 4th down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. 4th down, you got to have it. You got to be on the same page if they were there.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends to the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. The linebacker comes free, doing the making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. They'll try to get it in with the run. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Looking downfield, it's Brosmer. He wants it all. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Bulldozes him. Just knocking away defenders. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. The Terrapins in the hurry-up. From the gun. Give on the inside.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease and he can make yards for you.
On the run, it's Hemby. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. And the Terrapins are on the move. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Give to the running back. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. The Terrapins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Going to the run, it's Hemby. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Give to the back. And stampeding through the defense. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Terrapins! After that, there might be a few extra tackling drills in practice this week.
Listen, when you only got one guy there, it makes it really hard to get to the ground. You need a swarm. Learn by other guys. You got to get 1, 2, 3 more guys to the football to make sure you get them on the ground.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. From inside the 10, here he comes. Slips through the line. He found some really good running room on that one. It just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stop forward and get you the football.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Moving away from pressure. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
A 3rd and long coming up here. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. He just refused to go down, kept finding space and picked up 7. It'll be 4th and 1. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. A field goal try would have been a 51-yarder. They'll opt instead to try to move the chains on 4th down. Snap it to the back. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Dropping back, it's Edwards. They're bringing heat. Going to try to get it himself. And they're able to make the tackle. And the Terrapins are in the hurry up. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Terrapins decide to punt it away. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the...
Going up top. And he's got it inside the 20. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. You just can't hit the quarterback like that. The defender got caught red-handed. And guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short of making that official reach for his flag. The give to the tailback. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to... Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Golden Gophers.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown and get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
He just got rid of the football. I'm not sure what he was doing, and they're going to get him for grounding. Now on 2nd down. To the air, it's Edwards. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, what a grab by the defense. He'll try to take it back. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Minnesota! The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He just treated that thing like a hot potato, and they're going to call him for grounding. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On second down, he's looking downfield. He'll pull it down and run. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Takes a hit as he fires. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed.
Looking for a deep man. Oh, picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Minnesota 14, Maryland 10.
And the Terrapins will line up to kick off and start the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24.
Gophers will take over. First and
10. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Wide out in motion. Looking to go up top on first down. He's got his man. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. The Golden Gophers headed quickly to the line. The give is to Taylor. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. The offense in hurry-up mode. He's looking to throw it. He lets one fly deep. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, passing.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down. Handoff from the gun. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
brought down at the 39-yard line. Brings up third down.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Defense in press coverage. He'll keep it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Nice job by the defense there, getting a stop on the quarterback behind the line of scrimmage. We know they've been burned a few times early in this game by the QB run, but they weren't going to let it happen there.
He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over. Move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
On first down, here comes this offense. They'll go to the ground. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets to the 14. Kept it on the ground on first down. See if they stick with that plan on second. Back to throw, it's Edwards. Fires to the right. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. The give from the gun. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Terrapins will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes a nice grab at the 25. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
Now on second down after the short completion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Nothing but green ahead. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. And the Golden Gophers come to the line in the hurry-up. He wants to throw. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
So what, the offense, they get the big run play, and then what are you thinking? Maybe play action, take a shot. How about the defense? They were ready to roll. Even though they gave up the run, they didn't just play the run. They were ready for the pass and got the big sack.
A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. He lets it fly. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Man, that is one this QB is going to wish he had back. That receiver was so wide open. There was nobody even near him, and the quarterback somehow overthrew him.
Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on the heels.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
And that's a really good job by the defense, reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flipping forward on the touch pass. Now got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but you didn't give up that big explosive play. And now you have to make him earn it now on the next down.
A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. And the Terrapins come to the line with a new set of downs. Still running at the 40. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
On the run, it's Temby. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Here's the handoff. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Maryland 10.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. The Terrapins have enough for the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
It's first down from the 37-yard line. Motion from the offense. The give to the back. The offense coughs it up. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
But one thing I do know, Reese, this running back's got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
The 31, third and short, coming defense trying to rise up. Dropping back, it's Edwards. Using the quick game. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
Man, when I was at Florida, Steve Spurrier would wait for this opportunity in a game 4th and inches, and he'd signal in Red Snoopy. Quarterback sneak. It works every time.
Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Comes out throwing on first down. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Gives it to the back on the draw. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Man, these are killers, right? Late in the game, in the fourth quarter, you're getting to the quarterback, but he does such a great job scrambling around. When you do this, you get extra first downs. You start to wear those defensive linemen out. So late in the game, this could pay off. Great job getting the first down.
They try to pop a run on the draw. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. mark in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll try to pop the draw. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. Fourth down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And if they can nudge this one forward just a bit, they might put a seal on this victory. Tackle is made at the 23. Let's call it a 5-yard pickup. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Both of these offenses sputtered and stammered like a 73 AMC Pacer if they made one of those back then, and ultimately they come up short.
Sounds like a beautiful car that you just want to run better, and that's the problem with this offense right now. They've got the guys to make the plays, just not able to execute here today, Dave.
And it's frustrating because you want to make those plays, especially offensively, but you got to find a rhythm. You got to find something you do well and kind of stick to it. That offense couldn't find anything they did really well, and that's what
Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. A Big Ten showdown is coming. Conference implications aplenty that could resonate for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Maryland Terrapins taking on the Minnesota Golden Gophers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Terrapins will put toe to leather and we'll get started. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the offense on first down. Taylor has it. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. Leaves it with the back. The Golden Gophers will have a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Out of the gun to give to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's second and 7. And the Golden Gophers want to move quickly. The give out of the gun. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. The Golden Gophers are moving quickly down the field. Running back searching for a hole. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, second and 6. No huddle offense to the line. Corners are going to bail. From the gun, running back gets to give. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. And the Golden Gophers come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
That incompletion leads to second down and 10. It'll be a draw. Just a 1-yard gain leaves him with third and 9.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
8th play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a third down conversion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. The fair catch called for and made. line gets set, first down. Going to the running game. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Back to throw, it's Edwards. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught downfield. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. The Terrapins will hustle to the line. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking for space. It's Hemby. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. And still a few inches short of the sticks as they come to the line for 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Tackled after picking up the first down. Offense lining up quickly.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the first down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
He'll try to do it himself. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's Hemby. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He shows you all his ability on that TD.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point makes it 7-3. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. They're lining up to boot it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the 2nd quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. Maryland 7, Minnesota 3.
First down to start the drive after the break. Right back to the well. Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33. The Golden Gophers want to pick up the tempo. Back to throw, it's Grosmer. Bought a little time, lets it go. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
To the air on first down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Turns it on in midfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And that's why these quarterbacks are just so hard to defend. It's a pass play. He drops back, first down. Got to play the whole field up, scrambles around, runs for a first down. New set of downs, new set of problems.
The give is to Taylor. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Scanning the field, it's Brosmer. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. At the 20, he's got space. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
Quarterback on the keeper. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Direct snap. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. And the Golden Gophers want to crank the tempo. Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practiced all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
This defense trying to stand tall on 4th and goal from the 2. Barges ahead. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And how about this offense? A big situation on 4th and goal, and you trust your running back. You trust your offensive line. You trust the physical unit, and they reward that trust, and they punch it in for 6.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And the extra point gives him a 3-point lead at 10-7. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Got nothing on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from their own 25. They'll go right back to him. At the 35, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. They go to the ground. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Gonna run it. It's Hemby. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
And his offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They go to the draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I like the idea of going draw there. You're trying to sell pass, but you still need to do a better job up front executing those blocks. There's too many one-on-ones where they got beat, and as a result, they suffer a negative play.
They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Looking to throw, it's Edwards. Throws for the tight end. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapins! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. He gets a block. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28.
Will take over. 1st and 10.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. From the shotgun, the inside give. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Wants to throw. It's Brosmer. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away. The Golden Gophers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
They'll give it to the back. And they're able to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on fourth. And the offense stays on the field on 4th and 1. I'm not sure they're just trying to make the defense jump. I believe they think they can get it. They'll try it on the ground. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
A lot of people in the stadium are questioning, why are they going for it on 4th and 1 in their own end of the field at this point of the game? But the gamble paid off.
And the Terrapins have it with a 1st and 10. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Trying to get to it. Caught in the backfield. It's Hemby. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
You blitz me, I'm getting the ball out of my hands. Really good job understanding that by the offensive coordinator, this quarterback, seeing the blitz, getting the ball to a playmaker, letting him do some damage. And more importantly, I don't have to throw it way down the field. Just get the first down.
Off-play action on first down. Right down the middle. Got his man. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Maryland! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Man, football, there's so many weapons now with small slots and big wide receivers. And then you got the tight ends now that have the speed to catch the football, chew up ground, and get to the end zone and make those big plays like he did right here.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They'll throw it on first down. He's right on target. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. And the Golden Gophers moving quickly to the line.
Well, if you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play. And, David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
They're getting this guy lathered up. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Listen, his team's obviously down in this game, but it's not his fault. I mean, this guy should...
He's going for a big play downfield. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
They'll ride the hot hand. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. To the ground with the back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. They'll leave it with him. At midfield, he's got room. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. And here comes the offense on 2nd down.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
They're going to ride this running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Terrapins racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Maryland 21, Minnesota 10.
Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. To the air, it's Edwards. Extending the play. He's going to run it. They've converted twice on 4th down so far. Will they make it 3? Try to get it on the ground. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
And if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
And the Terrapins have it with a 1st and 10. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. They knock him down after a pickup of 4. Ball is at the 9-yard line. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Someone moved a little early, and the offense will go backwards. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. The toss sweep to the right. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Well, you're down here in the red zone. You know you've got to be able to run the football. So good call going with the toss play. Nice blocking up front. Good patience by the back finding his crease.
Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. He'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. And he missed it. No good. After the miss, the lead still at 11.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you.
And the ball is intercepted. Got him down quickly after the pick, but man, do you have to take care of the ball down here, and they didn't. They'll mark it at the 27. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. Leaves it with the running back.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
After getting knocked back to open this drive in 2nd and 12. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. Unloads to the wideout. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
Quarterback sneak, trying to get a push. Now on 2nd and goal. They'll run it. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Terrapins! That score looks as if this one might have put it a little too far out of reach.
Yeah, this game's pretty much over. That was just the icing on the cake. But, you know, speaking of cake, I'm kind of hungry. Can we get out of here? Can we finish this game so I can go get something to eat?
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. The deficit is large. Hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
They made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't quitting late in the game.
Yeah, which is a real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time? Coaches are always preaching to these guys. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Just compete as hard as you can. So, good opportunity to try to finish.
Lays out and gives up his body and makes the grab on the right side. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Dropping back, it's Grosmer. Quarterback extends the play. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. He's looking to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about.
And that play is going to just ignite this offense. You got to take a shot. You want to be aggressive. What an individual effort here by the receiver hauling in that catch.
With the run on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Golden Gophers!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And the extra point splits the upright. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. You gotta believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Wide receiver shows motion. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Terrapins in the hurry up. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Throws to the tight end. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And they decided to go for it. They decided to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
No, it's a fake. He's running for it. And he's knocked down. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that are going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. A Big Ten showdown coming, conference games where the results will stick with you for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Maryland Terrapins taking on the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Terrapins will kick it away to start us off. Here's the return from inside his 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First down here for the offense. Taylor has it. Breaks the tackle. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23. The Golden Gophers are in the hurry up. Wide out in motion. They feed him again. The ball squirts free. And the defense has it. They're going the other way.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapped around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally. You got to be in the right place at the right time.
Offense getting set for first down. Hand off from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Buys a little extra time. Hard-hitting tackle.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously you don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner will be brought down. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on. Be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
To the air, it's Brosmer. Now he's going to break the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. At the 40, there he goes. No, he loses the ball after the huge gain. If this were a wider field, like maybe in Canada or something, that might have been a turnover.
And they could have turned it into a rouge, eh? I mean, this was a great chance by the defense here. I just love the fact that they are flying around and trying to dislodge the football from these ball carriers.
And that pass picked off. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Maryland! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. This D gave them exactly what they needed, not only with a stop, but with a touchdown.
And finding ways to impact the game early in the game, just make impact plays, right? The defense wants to create sacks, create turnovers. Great job creating the turnover and getting points off of it.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. Bringing it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake.
And he breaks into the open. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Looking for a man. It's Brosmer. Fires to the middle. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. And the Golden Gophers headed quickly to the line. He wants to throw it again. Might be looking to run. He'll throw one to his right. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback, right? Gets a little bit of pressure. He's able to scramble to his right, extend the play, and he tried to take a shot deep down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
Now facing a third and long. Feeling some heat. Get it out on the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down, and much more really good execution by this offense.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. The give is to Taylor. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Ball is at the 20. They'll try to convert this 3rd and short. They'll go with a direct snap. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. Quarterback adapted. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them. And the D deny them on second and goal. They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Strong, firm tackle. So the offense will try to punch it in here on 4th and goal from the 1. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Trying to pick it up on the ground. The Terrapins will move the sticks with the first down.
Yeah, nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
The offense lining up for a first down play.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Maryland 10, Minnesota 7.
And the Terrapins come to the line with a new set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
The give to the back. The Terrapins pick up the first down.
Well, they picked up that first running the football. That's good news for an offensive line that really has been getting pushed around and bullied in this game so far. Let's see what happens moving forward.
And the Terrapins are on the move. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. The Terrapins come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking for a crease. It's Hemby. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. They'll try the run. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense, sir. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll try to pick up the first. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From that spot on the field, this is the area that we expert commentators call no man's land. So the call makes sense.
You have to go for it. You're in a situation where you're in field goal range for maybe elite kickers, but dude, go for it. You're not going to have anything to lose. Field position will still be okay. You got to go for it in these situations.
Power football with the run. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there. 3rd and short coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. Use the play fake, now to throw. And they're on him in a heartbeat, and down he goes. They've got some serious work to do to keep that last one from messing up this drive. 2nd and 19. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. It's a draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. We might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Back to pass, it's Edwards. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speeds.
Oh, trickeration, he wants to throw. But a little time, lets it go. And it works. He can get the first down. And they smelled that fake coming from a mile away. Still made the throw and catch, but not enough for the first down.
Man, everybody loves a fake punt until it doesn't work. And how about the defense? Great job being aware, not falling asleep. That's what happens. A lot of times you fall asleep, you give up a big play, give up a first down. They were dialed in, they were ready, and they stopped the guy just...
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up. It is a valuable tool to have a quarterback that can extend a play like that. But sometimes you're smart to be checked down Charlie and just take something easy and not invite disaster.
Because when you roll out, you're rolling out, you're cutting the field in half, right? The defense starts to run from one side to where you're rolling out to. The field kind of shrinks.
He'll take the deep shot. Fires and picked off. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Going up top on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The defense calls a timeout, and that's their last one of the half. After getting nothing done on the last one, this is a big play, 2nd and long from the 11. They'll run it. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. And the Terrapins want to move quickly. Just feeds the running back. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The Terrapins have it with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Hemby. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Looking for a man. It's Edwards. Got him downfield. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. They'll immediately call timeout.
Right, 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Fires the pass, intercepted. Looking for more room. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. And the run goes nowhere, and that'll send us to halftime. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. The Golden Gophers will kick it off to start the 2nd half. Fair catch called for and made. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They start this 3rd quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here. It has to be.
100%. You can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They give it to him again. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
And run the football, you're ahead, you can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass, this keeps everything.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Using his legs to buy some time. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. And the Terrapins will punt this one away. We assume he's going to punt it this time. He did complete a pass earlier. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. A first down for the offense. From the gun, the ground game. Open space in the 25. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
Movement here from the tight end. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left.
Well, the problem with the play-action game is that it forces the QB to hold on to the ball just a little bit longer to allow some of these plays to develop. And, of course, that gives this defense longer to get after it.
After not getting a thing done on first down, it's second and long from the 24. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Still on his feet at the 35. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. On third and short, the power run here. And the Golden Gophers will move the sticks.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inches, you just have to go execute. They do it.
Bulls his way forward. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. The Golden Gophers will hustle to the line. Looking downfield, it's Brosmer. Unloads it left. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Minnesota! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Maryland has the ball back in the Terrapin offense ready to go. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
They'll line up for a second down play. Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, he thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
And those fourth down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, break running, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass of just reading coverage and being accurate.
Give to the running back. Shakes off the tackler. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. And the Golden Gophers want to pick up the tempo. Taylor has it. Low man wins, and he just smashed him. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on second down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
On the play. That's the end of the first quarter of play. With the score, Minnesota 14, Maryland 10.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Back to pass, it's Brosmer. A little screen to the running back. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
This is one of those unique situations in a game as a head coach. You're trying to feel the momentum, and what's your confidence in your quarterback? Because you've got fourth, you're in field goal range, but you've got the weapons to get one more completion and ice this thing. So do you kick the field goal or do you go for it?
They'll keep the offense on the field on fourth down already with a one-possession lead. He'll keep it on the sneak.
And 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
The Golden Gophers have this offense rolling. The give is to Taylor. And they corral him at the 2-yard line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the tailback. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They've put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Not a lot of space down here on the goal line when you're trying to run the football. You might want to think about going to the perimeter or maybe throwing it next time.
Looking to throw, it's Brosmer. Flushed out of the pocket. Here's an interception. Oh, do they need that turnover? And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football. Had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the 4th quarter. Time to go win.
Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Give to the running back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. The Terrapins want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
On the move, it's Hemby. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big 3rd down. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Terrapins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Now on 2nd down. Here's the handoff. Tackle is made after the first down.
Well, on offense, you've got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front. They're climbing in the second level and really giving these backs and ball carriers a lot of room to run all game long.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Finds a man on the left. He stopped just short of the goal line at the one. An explosive play has him set up. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. A first down run on the doorstep. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense. You're creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Got it back on second and goal. Touchdown, Terrapins! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the fourth quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
And he knocks it through, and the lead is a field goal here in the fourth quarter. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Caught near the sticks. It's Jackson. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. To the air, it's Brosmer. Now adjusting. He's taking the deep shot. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Takes the handoff. It's Hemby. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Keep it on the ground. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. The Terrapins moving quickly to the line. Off the play fake. Looking for an open area to his left. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got the first down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves. The give to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. To throw, it's Edwards. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot.
They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down. Offense set on 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. He's going to pass. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's got it for the touchdown, and that one just might do it. I'm sure they don't like the score, but they haven't done anything about it, so they're just going to have to eat it right now with the way they're getting smacked.
Just take it, right? I mean, you'd like to say, hey, take a knee, run the clock out. You don't have to run the score up. I can do something about it, right? All my guys in there still have to fight until the final whistle.
Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the 3 phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to win.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt. They sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve.
Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. Today, a Big Ten clash, and you know when you square off against a conference opponent, the blood boils a little hotter. As we'll see, the Maryland Terrapins taking on the Minnesota Golden Gophers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Golden Gophers will kick it away first. You'll call for the fair catch here. The offense set for a first down play. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Leaves it with the back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Might as well stick with him. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Running back searching for a hole. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping him up, getting him on the ground, take away that run game, make him one-dimensional, put him in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Now the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Flying down the right side. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Maryland!
And tight ends do so much for your offense. They block like crazy. You pull them, you use them all over the place. And when you got a guy that can do this, it's just the cherry on top of the sundae, making big plays, going half the field plus to get the big touchdown.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. First down for this offense. Taylor has it. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. The Golden Gophers racing to the line in the hurry-up. From the gun, the running back has it. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. And the Golden Gophers will snap it on 1st and 10. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Steps away to find some room. Trying to escape him. Hey, that's a live ball. That is a serendipitous turn of events with the fumble going out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
Ooh, offense really lucky there. Ball on the ground. Everybody's trying to make a scramble for it, and it just goes out of bounds. So the offense lucky to maintain possession.
Looking to throw, it's Brosmer. Getting some heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. The Golden Gophers look to keep this drive humming. They'll throw it on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Makes a connection. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. After moving the sticks with the pass, here we are on 1st down. They go to the ground. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D. secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. They'll run it from the gun. And the Golden Gophers get it past the sticks.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Well, they're trying to go option, but the linebacker shows his open field tackling ability and also his recognition. He expected the quarterback to keep it.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Minnesota!
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
And they tacked on the extra point. After that latest answer, tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Fair catch called for and made. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Gonna run it. It's Hemby. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. And the Terrapins in the hurry-up. Might as well give it to him again. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Trying play action. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. They'll give it to the back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Offense in the hurry-up. The give to the back. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. The Terrapins get enough to move the chains. They have a first down at the 41-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
At the 30-yard line. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score tied 7-7.
And the Terrapins come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to pass, it's Edwards. Throws for the tight end. Complete downfield. There was tight coverage, but a perfect throw and catch, and they've got it at the 9, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Slams ahead. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Terrapins! An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
Just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution, running and throwing the football? Wow.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. The Golden Gophers are in the hurry-up. These corners going to give them some space. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Will they keep it on the ground again here on 3rd down? With jet sweep pass. And the Golden Gophers will keep this drive going. They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. Looking downfield, it's Grosmer. Moves away as he feels pressure. He'll pull it down. And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits. Offense, quick tempo. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Taking it the other way. The 10. Touchdown, Maryland! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And he puts through the extra point. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14. Time to take a shot. Holds it in on the left. Off he goes. He's at the 10. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question when the quarterback was going to that ball. Nice job.
14.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. The Terrapins headed quickly to the line. They'll keep it on the ground. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Off play action. Throws to the tight end. And that pass is intercepted. Got some room to run. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Here on second down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. The give is to Taylor. The Golden Gophers get enough for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. Looking to scramble. And he'll just get rid of that one.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
How about that? You don't see those, touch passes go for negative yards very often. Usually this is a short flip that counts as a completion that goes a long way, but the defense aggressive. Saw it, pulled the trigger, came outside, made sure he didn't get outside and get to that edge. Nice job by the defense.
Absolutely perfect. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Okay, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Trying to get the edge on the toss. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Dropping back, it's Edwards. Dances away to buy time. And he is corralled short of the line to gain. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Terrapins will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fella on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. He unleashes a long one. He's got it on the left. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
And it's right down the boulevard. That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. The Terrapins will kick it off to start the 2nd half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime. Gonna let it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Looking to scramble. He turns it loose to the left. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some 1st downs. Get some positive momentum.
Now they'll run the draw. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
This is an area of the field where it's really advantageous to just go for it. On 4th down, looking for the completion. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
Great job by the defense there. They were not caught off guard in that situation on the field. This offense might decide to go for it on fourth down. They're going to make the play. Their offense now takes over. And if I'm the play caller here...
He's looking deep. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
Smart offensive coordinators, they're going to throw deep, especially those 50-50 balls you hear about all the time. My wide receiver is better than your DB. Well, not on this play.
This time he's got it. And he'll be brought down. And the Golden Gophers come to the line in the hurry-up. Taylor has it. He powers his way ahead, gets 3, but they're still looking at 4th and 2. No huddle here for the offense. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. On 4th down, going to the air. Fires to the wideout. Finds his man enough for the first. The Golden Gophers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Skips away from pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball...
Touchdown, Minnesota! They look finished, but they're all the way back, and they have the lead.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Moves around to clear up the vision. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Minnesota 26, Maryland 21.
Fair catch called for and made. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Using his legs, it's Hemby. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front from the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. On his way back from the 20. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Corner's going to give them room. He'll pull it on the read. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. And the Golden Gophers want to move quickly. To the air, it's Brosmer. Quick completion on the out route. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. New set of downs after that completion.
And you've always got to be careful around the sideline to not step out accidentally. So that wide receiver did a really nice job on that route to bring the ball in while on it tight.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. And those guys, those running backs coming, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They stopped him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. The Golden Gophers will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And it'll be down right there. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit, honestly.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Minnesota 26, Maryland 21.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Right back to the well. And the Terrapins get enough for the 1st down.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
1st down for the offense.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Takes a handoff. It's Hemby. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll leave it with him. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. The Terrapins will hustle to the line. Leaves it with the running back. And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the 1st down. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. And the Terrapins are stopped, but not before getting the 1st down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? The give to the back. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Got work done on 1st down, now back to the line. They'll try the run. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. It's loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And I tell you what, man, you got to do a better job of taking care of the football. I got to know I got the 1st down. Running backs, this is job security. You better handle that thing well, Paul.
And because of that, David, you might see another running back jog out in the field the next time this offense takes it. We're seeing a lot more of that around college football now. There's a lot of committees out there, committee approach. One way to get yourself on the bench very quickly, put the rock on the ground. It's a coachable lesson for that young man.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the 1st down.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block, that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of game.
And the Golden Gophers will snap it on 1st and 10. Power football with the run. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. They'll try to get it in with the run. Gets it inside the 10, picks up a yard. They'll mark it at the 9.
And I think my thought process needs to be points are good. Because if I get a field goal here, that's fine. I take the lead by more than a field goal. They got to go to length of the field. But I also want to run this clock, let it continue to work. But the goal is to get a touchdown. So let's see what this offense dials up next.
Jumped on top of the pile. A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. It's a draw. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be king too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And he's coming out of the end zone. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. We'll see if they can dig one up that goes forward this time on 2nd down from the 18. Got rid of it just in time. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this offense is up against it here. Trailing late in the game, the defense knows they're going to throw the football. 1st down, they get sacked. 2nd down, incompletion. There's no mystery what's happening here. Quarterback's just going to have to make a play on 3rd down.
That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ray. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
And you're seeing why this guy is on the field during 2-minute situations. He can catch the football and make things happen. Nobody open downfield. You just dump it down to him and let the guy go to work, pick up a huge play, and help this offense get in position to win the game.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to find another play. It'll be 3rd down. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. And it's incomplete on 3rd down. It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Quarterback now breaking the field. He'll throw it. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that 1st down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the 4th down conversion.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Going to take a shot at this DB. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. He'll do it himself. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. Defense takes a timeout with 30 seconds remaining.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get...
He's taking the shot. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And this offense stays aggressive, and listen, everybody likes it when it works. But now you are leaning on your defense, and this thing just got interesting.
Here's a throw downfield late. That one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. The Terrapins want to pick up the tempo. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Fires into traffic, picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, we've seen this defense make plays time and time again in this game. They may have just sealed it with that takeaway.
Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He uncorks one deep. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Offensive players know where the ball is going. Defensive players don't. Great job by the DB adjusting to the football, seeing it, playing the wide receiver, and making sure.
Looking to take a shot. It's caught. And what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics, and I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to 2 very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things, but find those things that you need to improve on, keep working on them, keep developing. Those things you do well, let's do those. Let's do more of those things more consistently.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College. Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. A Big Ten showdown is coming. Conference implications aplenty that could resonate for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Maryland Terrapins taking on the Minnesota Golden Gophers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Golden Gophers will get us started with the opening kickoff. Going for the return. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. And the Terrapins want to crank the tempo. Looking for room, it's Hemby. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. 3rd down, and they'll need 2 on this initial drive of the game. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. The Terrapins with the 1st and 10.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. And the Terrapins are moving quickly down the field.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team. We're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. They'll come to the line for the 8th snap on this opening drive, facing a 3rd and short. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. This offense has a 2nd down play. The pitch to the left. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
Fights his way for a couple, but stops short of the marker. It's 4th and 1. They'll try it on the ground. The Terrapins have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
That's a risky play call there. 4th and a couple of yards, and you turn around, you hand it to your running back, you say, my guy's a better athlete than any of yours on defense, and he's going to find a way to keep this drive going.
And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Terrapins moving quickly to the line. Looking for space. It's McDonald. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Tackled, but he has a first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
They give him the rock again on 2nd and goal. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Terrapins!
You knew this offense wanted to come into this one establishing the run, guys. They didn't even attempt to throw on their first drive. They were more physical. They were pushing guys around up front. This guy caps it off with a nice touchdown.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Boy, did they play keep away on that drive. Didn't think they were ever going to give it up. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. gets set, first down. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Open runway ahead. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. He'll come out throwing on first down. Unloads it downfield. Makes the grab. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Golden Gophers!
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
He'll bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Right back to it. At the 35, he's open. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down. The Terrapins racing to the line in the hurry up. They'll go to the ground. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But you got to do a great job game tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. 3rd and short coming here right from the midfield stripe. To the ground to try to pick up the first. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
It's a nice run there to get the first down. I got to tell you, I'm impressed with the stable of backs and the weapons this offense has. A lot of different guys can touch the football in a variety of ways, but they've been running it very, very well in this game so far.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. 2nd down coming up. Here's the handoff. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. A 3rd and long coming up here. Back to throw, it's Edwards. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, and they convert. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Oh, and he finally finds his slot receiver on that fourth down throw. And I'll tell you, this guy is not the biggest receiver in college football, but he does such a good job working the middle of the field. He's just able to get open and read coverage. Every quarterback loves having a slot receiver like that.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. So after the first down run, here's second down. The give to the back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Just a simple power play, power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Good enough for a first down.
And the Terrapins will have it 1st and 10. Run in the red zone, it's Hemby. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Line getting set on second down. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Man, these windows get tighter down here in the red zone, and those catches are a little bit more contested, more people near you, and it gets a little bit more difficult. But you need your players to step up for your QB and make big plays. I think he's going to look back and say, I should have made that play.
And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Just drives it between the uprights. And with that, they've taken the lead. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. From inside the 10, here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Dropping back, it's Brosmer. On the run, still looking. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the run. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
These touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things.
Going for the big play. So close to a huge gain there, but he makes the catch out of bounds. It's incomplete.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Let's see what they've got on second down. He'll just keep slinging it. He's not afraid to go deep. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too.
Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. He's going up top. Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play. And the Golden Gophers in the hurry-up. Back to throw, it's Brosmer. He's going for the big play. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play. And I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
The snap sets up the throw. He's got it. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep. And after the really good gain on first down, they'll try to finish it off on second and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Minnesota!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. They put together an 81-yard drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Got room at the 35. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. He wants to throw. Turns it loose deep. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
And you see the dagger concept so much in pro football, college football, and they're trying to run a guy deep to take that safety with him, pull him out of the way, and then kind of throw it right underneath that vacated area where he's at. Unsuccessfully, but that's what they were trying to accomplish on that day.
They finally make the stop, and that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. The Terrapins will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back looking for help. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. This time he's got his man. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eye.
Looking for a huge play. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB. The Golden Gophers are in the hurry-up.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. And we like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from him.
He's going to fire deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
And I know most offensive coaches, they're going to be thrilled taking all these 50-50 shots against man coverage. I don't know, though, if they want to keep testing that defensive back. He has been on fire.
The aerial assault continues. He'll take another shot here. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
Listen, I know DBs don't catch the ball real well, but to be a defensive back, it's one of the hardest positions in football. You got to stay with these big, fast, wide receivers and then try to go track the football and make a play. Great job making a play for his team there.
Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They'll put the tight end in motion. From the gun, they'll try the middle. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
They'll give it on the counter. Picks his way and gets 4 after the 27.
This offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
To the ground to try to move the chains. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. On fourth down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run here. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. And the Terrapins come to the line with a new set of downs. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Back to throw. It's Edwards. He'll pull it down and run. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the quarterback is snowed under. The Terrapins headed quickly to the line. On 4th down, looking to pass. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Terrapins have their offense in high gear. On the run, it's Hemby. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, he drops the throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Manning. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with a positive play. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Scanning the field, it's Edwards. Hit as he throws. Makes his connection. And this guy stood in the pocket, and he took one right in the kisser and still delivered the ball.
Showed you his toughness there, Reese, didn't he? And he still had to be accurate with that throw because that was man coverage. You really had to do a good job making sure that football was put on his target.
From the red zone, it's McDonald. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man down the middle. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Minnesota 14, Maryland 10.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. The Terrapins are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
I'm not a huge analytics guy, but on 4th and 1, if you're going to get pushed like that from your own line, I say go for it every time.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He makes a grab. Touchdown, Maryland! They move on top here in the 4th.
And how about this quarterback right away saying, I got to get rid of the football. There's a lot of guys near the line of scrimmage. He spits it out, and I let my receiver do the rest. Let my playmaker make me look really good. Really nice pitch and catch. And guess what? You got the lead now in the 4th quarter.
And it's good, and he pushes the lead to 3. Well, that was about as lengthy a drive as you're ever going to see. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Still on his feet at the 45. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
And the Golden Gophers come to the line in the hurry-up. Leaves it with the back. Across the 25, he's got room. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The run from the shotgun. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. So now the opportunity to take the lead with a 1st and goal here. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. On the run, it's Hemby. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Quarterback checking the play. Looking to throw, it's Edwards. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're scaring at 3rd.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
Looking to the big tight end. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try to pick up the 1st. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down. The Golden Gophers want to move quickly. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Minnesota!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Oh, he's going to take a chance. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little...
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper. Understand, they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. And the Terrapins will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Edwards. Pressure coming. The sweet feet buy a little time. Still running at the 40. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. He's looking to throw it. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He's going to take off. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Terrapins have pushed it inside the 20. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. He's looking to throw. Snags it. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Terrapins!
And that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
First part of the equation complete with the touchdown. Now the two-point try if you want to make the deficit just a field goal. Pushes toward the goal line. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Okay, Jesse, this is a little bit of a tight spot. You'd love to be aggressive enough to get the first down, but you've got to take care of the ball first.
No doubt. I was going to say, ball security is at a premium. You cannot turn the football over at this point. The defense has 3 timeouts left, David, so probably conservative play calling here. You're expecting them to try to run to ice this game.
Conservative, I know they're going to be aggressive, but I also know that one first down ends this football game.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. And the Golden Gophers will hustle to the line. Looking to go up top on first down. Moving out of the pocket. He'll try to do it himself.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Gonna take a shot. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
You see it in football all the time, right? I get a matchup on the outside. You want to try to play man coverage. I'm going to let my wide receiver try to go up and make a play. A lot of times the wide receiver wins. Not
trying to burn this defensive back. He's got it. He got a foot down along that left sideline. You know what it takes to make a throw like that. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. They'll use the running game on first and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Golden Gophers!
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail beat Coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the 4th. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He's going to bring it out from deep. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. It's a long shot, I know, but you have to keep fighting till the bitter end, Jesse.
But they call it a long shot for a reason, because they've still technically got a shot. I know it's not great, David, but let's see these guys fight to the end.
It's not great, but keep fighting, keep spinning that field around. Use every second on this clock to try to get this game as close as you can.
To the air, it's Edwards. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
After this, it'll be a wrap. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to